All right, let's get right into it. We are looking at a really powerful new way that AI is being woven into our daily business workflows. And listen, this isn't about just another chatbot. We're talking about encoding your team's most repetitive tasks into these smart, automated skills that can seriously slash work time from a full day down to just a single hour. So, what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, the early folks using this are reporting a staggering 87% drop in those boring, repetitive drafting cycles. I mean, this isn't just a small tweak. It's a fundamental shift that frees up your best people to stop messing with formatting and actually start using their brains for judgment and real analysis.
And this isn't some made-up number from a marketing slide. For the finance team over at Rakuten, a report that used to take a full 8-hour day to grind out now takes them just 1 hour. That is 7 hours of an expert's time handed right back to them every single time they run that report. Just think about what happens when you scale that across a whole company.
Okay, so how is a leap that big even possible? Right? It's because this is a massive shift away from the old, kind of clunky ways we've been trying to use AI at work. We're finally moving from that world of manual, error-prone processes to something way more elegant and totally automated. This slide really tells the story. The old way, you probably had these huge libraries of prompts, right? Someone had to manually copy and paste the right one, cross their fingers for a decent output, and updating that library was a total nightmare. Now, with skills, think of them like these lightweight automatic plugins. They're all managed in one central place, so when you update one, it's instantly pushed to everybody. That means every single output is consistent and follows the exact same rules, every time. Let's peel back the layers and see how this actually works, because the real magic here is in the technical design. It's so brilliantly simple, and that simplicity is exactly what makes it so fast, so consistent, and you guessed it, so cheap to run. So here's the key thing to get. A business skill is not some big, complicated piece of software. It is literally just a folder. That's it. Inside that folder, you've got a little metadata file that's basically the playbook. It has all the steps for the task. And you can even throw in some optional scripts if you need to do more complex stuff. It's like a living, breathing playbook for any task you can think of. And this is how they keep it so efficient. To find the right skill for your request, the system doesn't bother reading every single instruction in every skill you have. No way. Instead, it does a super fast scan of just the metadata first. Only when it finds the perfect match does it actually load the full skill. By just loading what it needs, it stays incredibly fast and keeps those operational costs, what we call token costs in the AI world, way down. So that's the techie stuff. But what does all that efficiency, the speed, the low cost, the consistency, what does that actually mean for a business's bottom line? How does it all translate into actual value? Well, it translates directly into time. I mean, for a company like Rakuten, we're talking about recovering a massive 88% of their team's time on reporting. And that recovered time, it goes straight back into the work that actually matters. Deeper analysis, strategic thinking, solving the problems that only humans can solve. And believe me, it is not just for finance departments. This thing is expanding everywhere. You've got companies like Box and Notion using skills to make sure every single document, every memo, perfectly matches their brand voice. And Canva is even using them to automatically create entire professionally designed slide decks from scratch. The possibilities are huge. So when you start adding it all up, the return on investment just becomes crystal clear. You're generating documents faster, you're paying less to do it, and you're getting ironclad consistency. Oh, and because it's built on an open standard, your skills are portable. And get this, new hires can get up to speed almost instantly because the how-to is literally baked right into the skill itself. Okay, now with all this incredible new power comes a new kind of risk. And this is something every leader really needs to understand and tackle head-on. Because when you introduce automation at this kind of scale, governance can't be an afterthought. It has to be part of the plan from day one. So here's the bottom line. Because these skills can contain code that actually runs on your systems, they create a potential new door for security threats. If a malicious bit of code somehow gets into a skill, it could spread across your entire organization every single time somebody uses it. And I want to be clear, this is not just some theoretical what-if scenario. A researcher from Cato Networks has already proven this is possible. They successfully injected ransomware into a system just by using a tweaked public skill. So the proof is there. Without strong controls, this risk is very, very real. Now for the good news. There is a very clear playbook for doing this safely. To scale this out responsibly, you have to put rigorous governance in place. That means all code gets reviewed and vetted. Period. Skills should only come from trusted, digitally signed sources. And you need granular permissions to control exactly who can install, who can use, and who can modify any given skill. So you get the benefits and you get the risks. If you're sitting there thinking, okay, I'm ready to explore this, what are the first, most responsible steps you should actually take? The playbook is actually pretty straightforward. You want to start small. Find one repetitive workflow that just causes a lot of pain. Then, clearly define what success looks like. And then, you codify that whole process into a skill. But the most critical steps are these. Test it, and test it again in a safe sandbox environment. And set up those governance rules before you roll it out to everyone. That way, you get all the productivity wins while keeping the risk at a minimum. And one last strategic point to keep in mind here. This whole system is being built on an open standard. What that means for you is that the investment you make creating these automations won't lock you into one single platform forever. Your work will be portable, which gives you a ton of flexibility and control in the long run. So at the end of the day, the big takeaway is that this technology isn't some sci-fi promise for the future. It's a real productivity tool that you can use right now. The business case is solid, the tech is efficient, and the risks are totally manageable if you have the right governance in place. So really, the only question left to ask is, what's that one annoying repetitive task you're going to automate first?